Solihull got back from a very disappointing 2-0 defeat over Solihull Moors. Quite a frustrating game, to be honest. Quite a frustrating performance. Did we deserve to lose? Not really. Did we do enough to win? Not really. It was one of those games where teams catching up. I thought the back four was very good. Ali Omar especially was brilliant. Dan Martin, very good game. All the back four were good, really, but those two were the stars. McDonald's, it's always going to have a good game. Some very good saves at 0-0 and at 1-0. But the problem tonight was Solihull were very well organised, but we just didn't keep the ball in midfield. We have a lot of good players in the midfield today. And, they were kind of like moving and free roaming a bit. At times it just didn't work. We just weren't giving on a day. Obviously, the big problem was Danny Wright going off injured in the 6th minute. And we all know that could be a hamstring. It could be months. We might not see Danny Wright again. I don't know. And it's a blow because we're still kind of playing like we had a target man up front. Obviously, Holman came on up front and he struggled up front on his own to us tonight. Had a couple of good chances, but he needs to be playing off someone. It just didn't work, which is why I was surprised we didn't go off Son. So yeah, first half has got it to 0-0 half time. Solihull had all the ball. We were very well organised in the defence. I thought a lot of good blocks. Got through 0-0. Started to have a little bit of a spell. Just the one key chance where we've got the ball down. Lemon Evans, I don't know why he hasn't hit it. Armani Little scuffs it, comes to Holman. He can't get on it. It was a penalty. I'm not too sure. We'd have to see it again. It's just those moments in that game when it's so tight against two teams that are going for like a late playoff push or whatever you want to call it. You've got to be scoring those half chances, and we just didn't today. And then we had another one. Little did so well. Just shoot. He tries to square it for them. I haven't done it, and that was a chance today. Then they made the sub bring on their 6'9" striker, which we all know, and he is tall. Funny enough, he is tall. I know I must have been in the header. He comes on, and then since the game has changed, I don't know why he didn't react to it at all. And then he does this back hit. I mean, fair play to the lad. I mean, I'll have to see it again, but like, I just wasn't expecting. I thought if he's coming on, he's going to head it. And he's a standing back here. It was 1-0, 86th minute, and then we decided to change it. I know there's not so many game changes on the bench, but just a bit more pace in O'Connell down the wing, sort of an out-and-out winger more, or just even Lolos up front with Holman just really have helped, because Holman was like going to the wing, crossing it into himself. There's no striker there because he's on crossing it and stuff like that. If that makes sense. So it just didn't work tonight. The right injury really sort of stuffs up, and sometimes it just goes like that. It doesn't go your way. You don't quite get it tactically right. You don't quite get it right. It's a gamble every game. So really frustrating because I was in a good bit of form. We need to get a striker in. Simple as we need to get someone else in to replace Sinclair Armstrong, to replace Danny Wright, because it just didn't look good, the injury. Donald, 7 or 8 out of 10 for me. Kicking went to their keeper a lot, but he didn't have right up front. Surprise made a brilliant save at 1-0. Very commanding, very well. I don't really know on the first goal. Nothing, no blame on the second goal. So 7-0, let's go, 7 out of 10. Troy Johnson, I thought had a very tidy game. He does the old thing. He could have done a bit more going forward. I gave him a 7. He's a good player. He's getting better for me. Winter, very solid, 7 out of 10. Ali Omar, 7, 8. Let's go 8 out of 10. I thought he won everything. The ball didn't put a foot wrong. It was just 85 minutes of him winning every header of the game. Felt like Dan Martin, just a 7, very solid. Got caught in possession a bit second half, but the energy. I think there's one bit that summed the game up for me. I think it was a 0-0 when they've done a bit of a dodgy back pass, and the player that's pushed on the right hand side, the player that's pressing is Dan Martin. It shouldn't be happening. It's amazing from his point of view. But then, why is that? It just summed it up. I just felt that there wasn't enough urgency in midfield today. And then going into midfield, Hall, since he's come back, this hasn't been the same player, 5, 6 out of 10. It's okay. It was very congested. They made the game for the pitch were very narrow. Lemon Evans couldn't really get his foot into the game at all. Little, he gave it a good go in the second half. Set pieces weren't great, but he gave it a good go. Really could have scored, should have scored. 6 out of 10, and then 2 loanies. They just want the game for them. I think Stephen went on from Sunderland. He sort of really had some good touches, but the problem I found tonight, we all felt very one-footed. There wasn't a player getting. As soon as we had to go on his left, all midfielders, they struggled. It was like a gets cut inside. It was a very sort of predictable. And then Duke McKenna, he's got ability. His turns are brilliant. But it's a kind of a turn, and then they get the crowd up and oh, here we go, and then it was we've lost the ball. So frustrating evening. We won't want to dwell on this at all. And then Wright went off injured. Holman, he tried, but half chances. We've got to be putting half chances again, and some of that he just hold up play was poor. But one always hold, he didn't have much to hold up to. So yeah, those are my. I usually have a day to kind of digest the game, but I've gone straight for it this time. So yeah, I've enjoyed. Frustrating one, wasn't it? We're on to the next. That's football, and yeah, we'll do a power rankings episode soon.